Welcome to Tibalt's Apprentice. I've got 5 more combos for you today, including probably the meanest combo that I could think of. Well, I didn't think of this. The meanest combo I could find. You know, there's probably worse out there, but it's probably the meanest that I've listed in a top 5 in a while. So this is 5 combos for under $1 to go in your Shattergang deck. I guess this could actually go into any Jund deck, but it seems to me that Shattergang is a place to go considering the goblins that are in here. Anyhow, enough about that. Let's get into the combos. Let's first start with a Grim Gully the Generous, a Murderous Red Cap, and a Strix Prospector. And so, of course, the obvious combo. Cavius, that's what that is. Anyhow, the combo is to sacrifice the Murderous Red Cap to the Prospector. It's going to give you a red mana. It's going to trigger the Red Cap's persist ability. He's coming back in with no counters on him because of Grim Gully's +1/+1 counter. And that Murderous Red Cap is just going to do 2 damage to any target. Good for creature removal or player removal, which is the most effective removal in the game. Now, this might be one of the mid-range combos as far as the price goes. I think it's going to roughly about, at the time of the recording of this anyhow, 53 cents is what you're going to need to spend to do that player removal or creature removal. Not bad, I don't think. Some of these are going to repeat as far as the characters or the cards that go in it. But I think that's just more value because it means you've got multiple ways of getting a repeatable combo to help you win the game. So we'll get back to that generous Grim Gully guy in a minute. But second of all, we're going to go for a Putrid Goblin, first day of class, and a Shattergang Lieutenant. What you're going to do is cast the first day of class by paying 1 colorless and 1 red, causing all creatures that enter the battlefield under your control this turn to get that +1/+1 counter. Are you seeing a theme here? Of course you are. You're going to activate the Shattergang Lieutenant, sacrificing the Putrid Goblin, who is also going to have that persist trigger, which is going to bring him back onto the board, minus the 1/1 counter. So, of course, we could also swap out that Murderous Red Cap for a similar or same effect. Anyhow, the Putrid Goblin is going to enter the battlefield, triggering the first day of class, putting a +1/+1 counter on it. Resolve, do the Shattergang Lieutenant again, and you see how this goes. Just repeat that steps. This one's a little bit cheaper. I did say a little bit cheaper. It's about 52 cents. So I think most anybody can afford that. I guess unless you pay for shipping. Let's move on to the next one with the Putrid Goblin. First day of class, but this time we're going to do a Visir Seer. And by now you already know how this goes. You're going to pay the first day of class using 1 colorless, 1 red. And, you know how this goes. You get your +1, the goblin comes back, etc., etc., etc. Okay. This one is a cheaper combo, coming in at roughly right now 43 cents. Yeah. And we talked about Grim Gully coming back into play for one of these combos. This time we're looking for the Grim Gully, the Generous, and a Aeris Ophius. I really shouldn't read things. Anyhow, this one we're going to do the same thing here by activating it, the Aeris, sacrificing it, targeting a flying creature. This other one targets anything. This targets a flying creature. But you know how this goes now. It persists, it triggers, it doesn't get the -1/-1 because it comes back with a +1/+1, and that cancel each one out. You're going to hold priority in this case and repeat the sacrifice of the creature to hit something with flying, and you can just go with the infinite loop. We're going down and down in price. The price on this one we're looking at about, these days, 43 cents. So that's probably, not probably, that is the cheapest one. Now we get to the nastiest combo. And this is more of a lock to put things in check, to stop everybody else from playing the game. This one's just mean. I don't know how you want to do this or you want to use it, but putting a void mirror on the battlefield with a knowledge pool will lock everybody else out of casting spells. Actually, it'll lock everybody out of casting spells, you included. So make sure that you have a overwhelming win condition in play already. And so what's going to happen there is whenever a player casts a spell from their hand, Knowledge Pool triggers, exiling that spell and allowing the player to cast another card exiled by Knowledge Pool without paying its mana cost. The catch is, if the player is casting a spell, Void Mirror triggers, countering that spell since no colored mana was spent to cast it. So, yeah, that's our most expensive combo, and that is 73 cents. So anyhow, hopefully you found something interesting, entertaining, of some use from this video. In the meantime, thanks for watching. A huge, tremendous thank you to those of you that have purchased cards from me at Dark Ritual on TCG Player. And a huge thank you to those of you that have supported me all along here on Tibalt's Apprentice. If you are new here, please consider sharing the video. Don't even worry about subscribing or hitting that bell. Just share the video with somebody else that might enjoy it. And on that note, I want to say thank you and good night.